Hello patrons of YouTube, this video is about why I like the Estwing Black Eagle Tomahawk and why you probably most likely will too. So who am I and why should you give a crap about what I have to say? So since about 1993 I've been in and out of martial arts. I could ramble about myself all day, and I've wielded a lot of weapons and a lot of stuff like that, and I know the feel, like I could use nunchucks and crap, who cares, but I'm just saying that I know how it is to put tools of destruction to use, and if you're into bushcraft, if you're into self-defense, I'd like to give you my opinion on why this Estwing Black Eagle Tomahawk. I'm sorry if my video quality is kind of bad. I could, whatever, too many tangents. But so I want to start off by saying that a lot of people that I've seen on YouTube mention this thing. Mostly, I believe either explicitly or implicitly as a self-defense tool in that context. A lot of people complain about the grind of this Estwing, and they're saying like it's not sharp enough, they're going to put another grind on it or something like that. Well, okay, I'm telling you the pros and cons of stuff, guys. So I honestly love this freaking grind. I think this is sharp enough. This came to me mailed or whatever when I ordered it, more sharp than I expected. But is it as sharp as like a cold steel Warhawk or a trench hawk? No, and I'm going to get around to the pros and cons of both. But for a self-defense, in a self-defense context, this kind of tomahawk, the sheath for it is pretty freaking high quality, man. The sheath makes this tool very deployable on the fly. Now you're gonna have to. There's a learning curve to it. You'll see how it is. Like you kind of have to like really put it up in here and hook it, and then latch it. And you do have to kind of take it out, like getting over this thing, whether it's putting it in or taking it out. A little bit of practice, you'll get the feel for it. It's pretty fast to deployable. I love the cold steel trench and Warhawk, but I'm pretty sure that this sheath is gonna last longer than the sheath to the Warhawk and trench hawk, whatever, the cold steel tool. And to me, it's pretty fast to deploy also. But in a self-defense context, as for a killing tool, yeah, a freaking trench hawk is gonna bite into a attacker. I mean, the Warhawk and the trench hawk, it comes factory sharp, so good that you can use it if you choke up for fine work on wood. Another plus for the Estwing for a self-defense tool is if you use like a duty belt. So I'm a security guard, I got a duty belt on, right? For example, if your duty belt is the kind of belt that will kind of start sagging and falling down on your waist, which is pretty annoying. If you insert it in your belt and kind of have it like this with the sheath on, of course. If you just do it and feel around what I'm talking about, it really helps hold your belt up. And if I was an unarmed security guard and I had to foot patrol some dangerous stuff, I would probably have this either like in my regular pants belt or some kind of duty belt contraption or apparatus, just like I've specified, or you could just have a big old tactical flashlight too. whatever. I like this freaking thing. So in a self-defense context, it's very wieldable. The very first Tomahawk I started messing with was the SOG Fast Hawk, and it's got a really good feel to it. And this is a little bit heavier and bigger than the SOG Fast Hawk. I believe SOG is also owned by Cold Steel, or whatever owns Cold Steel now. But this is a really good tool, man. And albeit because it's not the grind doesn't like the freaking grind to a Warhawk or Trench Hawk by Cold Steel. It's like a flat or hollow grind or something. It's really sharp. This is more like a saber grind or a Scandi grind, and I'm going to get into why that's better for woodworking. So in the self-defense context, you might have to use a little bit more muscle to get the job done if, God forbid, you're in a deadly scenario, because it's not as sharp as a Warhawk or Trench Hawk, right? But it fits like in a backpack in case you're like some kind of pedestrian. The little idea I showed you how to place it in a duty belt. It's really awesome, man. And when you take the sheath off, I mean, in a deadly scenario, you're gonna probably just throw it on the ground. But for any other kind of usage, it fits in your pocket real good. I like wearing cargo pants or cargo shorts, so you have the little leg pockets that this thing can fit into, and it's just really convenient. But now I'm gonna get into the woodworking or like bushcraft aspect of this tool. And if this video actually goes anywhere, whoever's watching it, probably a lot of you have more bushcraft experience than me, but I know a thing or two about it. And I like to give credit to other channels where I learned this, but I can't remember right now. The grind that this Tomahawk has, in my opinion, is better for chopping wood, because with the Cold Steel Hawks that I've aforementioned, they're freaking badass, but especially when they're really, really sharp, when you hit that wood, you gotta like wrestle it out of it. It bites into wood like so freaking hard, man. And you guys with the dirty mind, shut the fuck up. But this thing right here with the grind, it doesn't get stuck in the material. You can actually pull it the fuck out. And the reason I had to get this Hawk, man, is you can baton wood with this thing. Badass. Like you place it on the freaking wood, you take your baton and hit it here. This is full tang. And I saw some quack video saying that the Estwing with the rubber handle is better. Heck no, man. I guess this is leather or something like that. I mean, I'm guessing that with this leather handle, the tang is thicker. The best knife and like Tomahawk, or the best knife channel is Joe X, like Joe Ekis, you know, like X, the letter X. That guy, man, he's badass, and he has a destruction test of the Estwing Black Eagle Tomahawk, and you'll see that the tang is skinnier. It's like it looked like almost a rat tail tang to me. I don't really think this leather one has that, man. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. You can rebuke me if not, but I mean, this Estwing thing, it's so good that I'm going to put it away for like a rainy day apocalypse scenario or something like that, and I'm just gonna abuse the crap out of the Warhawk. And I should make another video on how I make I've owned like 3 Trench Hawks, and I broke them all. And I finally learned how I broke 2 of them. I learned how to make them like indestructible. And if this video goes anywhere, and if you give a crap, you can comment and ask what I did. It's really, once you see it, you're like, oh, that's it? Like, but anyways, the freaking Warhawk and the Trench Hawk, my goodness, that I love that tool. So you can't baton it. It's a polypropylene handle, so you can't use it. You can't baton wood with it. But I mean, when I went and took that thing to practice bushcraft with it, the Trench Hawk is a fucking destroyer. I just got the Warhawk. I haven't really beat that up yet, but dear Lord, man. So anyways, the video is pretty much over, but if you want to hear some more tangents, what I am pretty new to bushcraft, and with a ferro rod, I learned how to start a fire relatively easy using two tools, which was the cold steel Trench Hawk to chop a branch off or to demolish this tree thing that was on the ground, and a Tops Tom Brown tracker. I have a question for any of you guys out there that know quite a bit about Tops knives. I like Tops knives, and I want to ask anybody out there if they have any experience with both the Tops Tom Brown tracker and the Tops XXB EJ Snyder blade, the skull crusher, the big one. And the reason why I'm asking is I really want to look into the skull crusher, but I'm afraid that it's not I would suck at the fine work of getting feather sticks going. But the Tops Tom Brown tracker, the what's that called? The quarter round, or the little gut hook looking thing on the blade where the grind switches with a draw stroke or whatever. It's like a fail safe. It's like a fail safe tool to make the perfect feather sticks that even a newbie like me could do. And with the Snyder blade, it just looks like it looks like the saw gets in the way of that, because I don't have the Tops Brown tracker on me right now, but you could really choke up on it, and you could really like shave off those feather sticks on any kind of size of wood. And I just like, I trust the tracker more for basically that reason of making feather sticks. But the Snyder blade, I mean, I keep saying, it's like that thing could obviously kill a dinosaur for self-defense, even if it was dull. I mean, like, that EJ Snyder blade, man, I would rather get that than a lot of the work tough gear that I see. Unless you're really good at doing fine work with thick grinds and knowing how to sharpen harder steel, and again, you know, knowing how to, like, I like to get the Estwing Younglis or whatever, Hooglis, but I'm afraid that I'm not going to be as good as doing curls and feather sticks with it than the Tops Tom Brown tracker. The Tops Tom Brown tracker, if you're new to bushcraft, I'm telling you, man, freaking A, dude, that I love that knife. If this video goes anywhere, ask me in the comments or something, I'll tell you my opinion on the pros and cons of the Tops Tom Brown tracker. But all in all, this tangent was brought to you by the idea of, in a bushcraft, like bug out situation, minimalist survival out there, I would really want to have this Estwing for chopping the wood and batoning it, and a backup of the Tops Tom Brown tracker to make the feather sticks. And it doesn't have the length of an XXB, so batoning it would be a little bit more problematic. But let me tell you, I beat the crap out of that tracker for practice, and the work I put on that tracker, like, it broke. I mean, it's like rattly, and the freaking handle's all loose and wiggling. Like, not the tracker. The tracker, like, beating it up just made it stronger. But the work I put on that tracker pretty much broke a kukri from the regular kukri from K-Bar, which I really really freaking like that knife. I really like. Oh man, that's another channel, but I demonstrate how good that blade is, man. Another blade that I really found that was kick-ass was that K-Bar Kukri, but the work I put on the Tops brown tracker, it broke that Kukri, and it's like it just made the tracker more buff and tough. I was very surprised, man. Kudos to Tops. I like 1095 steel because it's easy to sharpen with, you know, I'm not the, I am a decent, I'm the best knife sharpener that I know, but I don't know a lot of people into that hobby. They probably have a grinded belt sander in their garage, but field sharpening, I'm actually the best one that I know. And you'll see videos on its complicated ways to sharpen a Tops Tom Brown tracker, but really you just need what you would call a ceramic file. I've noticed that ceramic file will do wonders for the tracker, and you might have to you know, position it in such a way like I'll shove the freaking ceramic file like between my gut and like a tree or something to give me a good like a strong level work area to slide that the tracker on. And to me, it feels really good, like putting the quarter round part into it, but don't do it to the point that you're erasing that quarter round. Kind of use common sense to, you know, but that freaking I know I talk like a freaking belligerent, but the ceramic file has really done a good job sharpening that second grind on that tracker. So all in all, this tangent was brought to you by the concept of, I think, in my opinion, you just need a ferrocene rod, Estwing Black Eagle, Tops Tom Brown tracker, and something to carry water in, and the clothes on your back, and maybe some paracord. You guys have a really good one. I thank you for watching this video. I'm just kind of pacifying time, and you guys have a really blessed rest of the 4th of July that's going on right now. Rock and roll, America.